and welcome to our hot sheet tutorial. Today we're going to discuss all things hot sheets. I have my hot sheet up here in the upper left. Your desktop may look a little different, and you can rearrange it to put it in a more convenient location if you like. But for our tutorial today, I will work with my hot sheet up here on the left. And the first thing I want to point out is the time frame. You have several different time frames. So if I click into any of these hot sheets right now, they're going to default to the time frame that I have listed here. And you can just click the drop down arrow and choose since last run. So that's since the last time I ran this hot sheet. It could be 5 minutes ago, it could be a day ago, it could be any time frame since the last time that I ran it. Today is anything brand new today, and you can check this several times today. So if you check it at first thing in the morning and you'll get, say, 2 or 3 listings, maybe you check it later in the afternoon and a new listing came on, you'll have more listings. So this will change as the day changes. Time range, you can actually put in a physical time. So if you wanted to check from 10:45 a.m. to 11:45 a.m., you can actually physically put in that time range. You can do back 24 hours, so 24 hours from right this minute. As I make this video, it'll go back 24 hours. You go back 3 days, 7 days. You could actually physically put in the number of days. So if you wanted to put in 9 days back, all the way to 30 days, so a full month. So you can go back a full month of 30 days. Or you can even put a date range in. So if you wanted to check, say, everything from January 1st of this year till today, you can go ahead and put that date range in and capture all that data. So whatever you have here in the time frame, this is what's going to show up in your hot sheet. So for today's example, we'll just do today. I will go into single family and condo and click that. And you'll notice right away that the filters are here on the left-hand side and all my results are on the right-hand side. Now, if you look at my hot sheet for single family, it's very, very generic. There's nothing in here. So this is pretty much everything in Connecticut, single family, condominium, and cooperative. Now I can edit it on the fly if I wanted to just take out condos and cooperative, and the system will update automatically. I could start putting in last change type by just clicking into the box. If I just wanted to see coming soon, for instance, I can do that. I can click multiple ones if I wanted to see price decreases. You can click all these designations in that box for you if you'd like. Okay, and again, I could change the time frame as well. So if I'm looking at today and I swear I saw a house there a couple of days back, I could go back 7 days and revisit the last 7 days. So all these can change right here on the fly. I could do a price if I wanted to. Okay. Of course, we're going to be in Connecticut. That's all we have here in the Smart MLS is Connecticut, but you have Connecticut. You can put in a county, you can put a city, a neighborhood. You can go to add, remove fields. So just like any search, you can go in here and add all the filters in here for you. So a couple quick things. If you're all set with your filters, you can come right up here to the top, hide filters, and now you're just working with the listings. If you want to make some changes and edit as you go along, you can just leave the filters here and make the changes as you go along. That's an option for it. Now let's just say when we first came in here, you saw I had it blank. I had condominiums and cooperative. I didn't have coming soon. I want to save this. This is what I want to check every day, all day when I come in. So I want to save this. So I'm going to come right up to the top to this little wheel, little gear, whatever you'd like to call it. You may have to scroll all the way up to the top, but it's right at the top. And you click that little gear and just save current as my default. The last one here on the bottom, the little floppy disk here. Save current as my default. You'll click that. It's just going to recap that you're going to save single family and condo. And you can have a saved search default for all your hot sheets, whether it be land, whatever it might be, you can have that. Make a primary search. That's just when you click on it, it'll come up for you. But for a hot sheet, I would recommend just doing the single family and condo choice. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to come back out to my desktop. And I just want to show you that when I go back into single family and condo, it held my changes. So I don't have condominium or cooperative anymore. I have coming soon, and it's in there. So that's how you would modify any hot sheet, whether it be single family or condo. That's how you'd modify it. And again, just because I modified it doesn't mean I can't change it and put a minimum price on there, and the system will just edit it right on the fly for me. A couple other questions we get here really quick is you'll see the status, DFR to CS. So all this means is at one point this was a draft, the client was working on it, and it moved to a coming soon. So that's what those little designations mean. And if I change them around here, let's just say I go to under contract. I'm just going to put a couple in there just to show you. So this was a draft that came to coming soon. This was an under contract continued to show that went under contract. And here's the price. Here's the price decrease. So that's what those numbers represent. And you'll see a little down arrow for decrease. So just kind of a little heads up on what you see here on the screen. We get a lot of questions on DRF. That's just draft. Used to be incomplete, but now it's draft. All right. So let's say this, even though this is the one that we're working with every day, the single family condo, let's just say we're working with the Jones family and we want to save this search specifically for the Jones family. Here in Connect, you can make unlimited hot sheets. So yes, you can make unlimited hot sheets. And to save this specifically for the Jones family, you'll come all the way over to the far right, to the little floppy disk. So if you have your photo or your initials, it's right below your photo or your initials. You click Save. I would recommend skipping the client. It's just a little easier. You could just do that right here in the name and put in Jones single family in Connecticut, or whatever, whatever resonates for you, whatever works for you. Just put that in there. Click Save at the bottom right here. We're not going to continue working with this because I want to show you that if we go back to our Save Search widget and we scroll down, we have our right here. So we have Jones's single family in Connecticut that we just created, and we still have our regular default single family condo. So we just changed a single family condo to fit what we're looking for, and then just a single family in Connecticut for the Jones family that we're working with. And you can make as many of these hot sheets as you want. So if you just want to do single family in Darien, single family in Hartford, single family in New Haven, you can make unlimited hot sheets and designate them, whatever your search criteria is, whatever you're looking for. You cannot rearrange these, unfortunately, so you do have to click this little bar and slide down and you see what you created. They'll put those in the bottom for you. You can also make this window bigger. So very quickly, if we come over to the far right here to our photo or initials, whichever you have, click on that and come to settings. So you're going to go to your photo or your initials and go to settings. And then if we just go right here under personal information, kind of in the middle bottom, we come down here to modify homepage layout. We have our hot sheet widget right here. We can move it. So if we want that hot sheet widget over here on the left, or we want it right here in the middle, you can do that however you want to customize it. But if you see the resize right here, if we click resize, we can make that medium. It defaults to small. You can make it medium. You just click resize again. You can make it small, medium, large, whatever you like. Click Save Changes. And you see the system moved it to the middle for me, and it made the box bigger. So now I don't have to scroll anywhere. I can just go right to the Jones family, single family in Connecticut, the Smith family, single family in Milford over 475. And that is pretty much hot sheets in a nutshell. Thank you for watching, and you have a great rest of your day.